Hey, you guys, happy Tuesday. I hope you guys are enjoying your day. Been productive, getting a lot done. So, today for NLRO, we're going to go over solving one step equations. Um, this is like the beginning or the basic of algebra, but it's just the one step equations. We'll probably get into the two steps later on this week, or I'll probably touch on it next week. But yeah, so we're going to do one step equations. So in order to solve one-step equations, you have to first balance both sides of the equation by using inverse operations to get the variable alone and find its value. So inverse basically mean opposite or reverse or something like that. So that's all that means for inverse. So to start, we'll go over a couple examples, and at the end, I have probably about 9 to 10 questions or problems that we'll go over together and solve. So I'm gonna do two examples. So let me get my board. I should have got a napkin, but we'll make do. Okay, so our first example is. So this is one step equation. This is an example of a one step equation. So x plus 4, hope you guys see that it is a 4. Let me write that better. X plus 4 equals 12. Okay, and now I got to figure out how to get this over to the other side. In order for me to get, I can't take the 12 over because that will leave nothing on this side. But I can take the 4 over because it still has an x over here. So I can take the 4 over. But it's adding. So in order for me to get this 4 over to the other side, I have to do the inverse or the opposite. So it's positive 4 now. And in order for me to take it to the other side, I have to make it a negative 4. Now what I mean by that, I subtract it here. But if I do it to one side, I have to do it to the other side. So whatever you do to one side, you have to make sure to do to the other side. So I'm going to say minus 4 here and minus 4 here. 4, positive 4 and negative 4 cancels out. So I'm just going to bring everything down now. So I have my x equal sign, and then 12 minus 4 will be 8. And that's your answer. Just like that. So one step. So the one step is taking one number to the other side and then getting your answer. So that's why it's called a one step equation. Okay, so let me do another example. So the next one is, okay, I'll do it down here. D minus 7 equals 10. D minus 7 equals 10. So we're going to do the same thing now. So up here at the top, it was positive, but down here is negative. So I'm going to do the opposite of negative 7, and the opposite of negative 7 is positive 7. So doing 7 here, and I have to also do it to the other side. Whatever you do on one side, you have to do it on the other side as well. That cancels out. Negative 7 and positive 7 cancels out. So I'm breaking out everything else that is left, which is D, my equal sign, and then 10 plus 7. Add those two numbers together, and it's 17. Trying to make sure you guys see that. So don't forget, when you make a change to one side, you have to make the same change to the other side when you're dealing with one-step equations. So I'm going to erase this, and then we'll go ahead and go for some problems. Okay, let me erase this. So I hope you guys are enjoying this Tuesday, and it rained a little bit today. But it's not raining now, I don't think. But it brought in a lot cooler weather. So I'm here for it because I love the cooler weather. All right, so our first example, our first equation. So it says solve each equation to find the value of the variable. Okay, and so number one is, let me write it first and then I'll turn it around. Okay. 18 is equal to C plus 5. Okay. So I'm going to show you, well, first off, because it has something on this side, so that means that we can move something can be moved on this side. We can't take from a side that doesn't have anything left over there. So I can't take from this side because there's nothing over here. So the only side I can take from is this side because it has another variable or something over here. Okay? So I have a positive 5, but I want to take it to the other side. But in order for me to take it to the other side, I have to do the opposite sign. So it's positive 5 now. I have to subtract that 5 and take it over to the other side. Whenever you're taking something over to the other side, you always have to change the sign. Okay? Now, I'm going to cancel out my negative 5 and 5, and all I'm left with, I'm just going to bring it down. So I'm left with this, and then my C is going to be on this side now, and then 18 minus 5 is 13. So you will see some equations like this to where it means the same thing though, but C equals 13 or 13 equals C is the exact same thing. I prefer this way, but some equations, some problems, some answers, it'll give it to you when you solve it. It'll give it to you this way. But C 13 equals C and C equals 13 is the exact same thing. Okay. So let's go use another question. Now I'm gonna go ahead and erase this. While I have the chance to, let's go to the next problem. And the next problem is 2 equals E minus 9. 2 equals E minus 9. So what is the first thing that I would do? What is the first step I would take? Let me put my computer on charge. I'll be right back. Okay, sorry about that. We're back. Okay, so 2 equals E minus 9. So the first thing I would do is take this 9 over to the other side, because like I said on the last problem, it's nothing over here, so I can't take anything because there's nothing on this side other than the 2. Now if it was something else over on this side, then I can, but since it's just that, I can't. Alright, so I'm going to do the 9, negative 9. So it's negative 9 right now. In order for me to take it to the other side, I have to change it to what? Positive 9. So I'll go ahead and add the 9 right here. And if I add it to one side, I have to do the same thing on the other side. Alright, negative 9 and positive 9, that cancels out. So all I'm left with is E equals 9 plus 2, 11. So 11 equals E. And like I said on the last one, 11 equals E, or E equals 11. It's the same exact thing. Same answer, okay? Let's go to the next one. Number 3. F plus 8 equals 13. F plus 8 equals 13. So this is set up more so the way you will see some problems like number 1 and 2, but for the most part you do see the equations looking like this, which is the way I prefer. I don't know, I just like seeing this way so much better. It's less confusing for most people as well. So F plus 8 equals 13. So all I'm going to do is take this 8 to the other side. So it's positive 8 now. I'm going to make it negative 8 and take it to the other side. So I'm left with negative 8. Okay? And then negative 8, positive 8, cancels out. F equals, and 13 minus 8. 13 minus 8 is 5. And that's my answer for that one. Okay. Number 4. Let me see if I still remember some of my Spanish. Uno, dos, tres, cuatro? Cuatro? I think it's cuatro. If it's not, don't get offended, please. But I hadn't taken Spanish since middle school. I took that in middle school. But I think it's cuatro. I think so. Cuatro? Something like that. Israel should help me out on this one. Alright, so D plus 10 equals 24. D plus 10 equals 24. So I'm going to subtract the 10 and take my 10 over to the other side. But in order for me to do that, I had to change the sign. So it's positive 10 now. I have to subtract 10 and subtract 10 on both sides. So negative 10 over here and negative 10 over here. Alright, I'm going to go ahead and cancel those two numbers out. Bring down everything else that is left. And 24 minus 10 is 14. D equals 14. D equals 14. Okay. Okay. Uno, dos, tres, cuatro, cinco. I think 5 is cinco in Spanish. I think it's cinco. We're gonna say cinco. Sounds good. Alright, 2 plus A equals 11. Next problem. 2 plus A equals 11. So what is the first step? What are we going to do on this one? And remember, 11 is by itself. So we can't move this one because it's already it's nothing else over here to be. So we have to do something that, since something else is over here on this side, this is the only one that can be moved. So it's positive 2 now. So what do we have to make it to move it over to the other side? Negative 2. Correct. Negative 2. So negative 2 on this side. I have to do the same thing on this side. So negative 2 on this side. What are we going to do now? We're going to cancel out what can be canceled out, which is 2 and negative 2, because 2 minus 2 is 0. I mean, you can put 0 there if you want to. I mean, it's the same thing. I'm just going to bring everything else down. And then 11 minus 2. 11 minus 2 is 9. And then if you want to just do it with the 0 until you get down to the last thing, then you can as well. So whatever floats your boat. Okay. All right, number 6. Okay, number 6. K plus 17. K plus 17 equals 30. Alright, K plus 17 equals 30. Alright. What's the first step? What are we going to do first? Correct. Take the 17 over to the other side. But in order for me to do that, I have to change the sign. I'll do the inverse. So it'll be negative 17. Negative 17. Bring my K down. Cancel this out. And then 30 minus 17. Let's see, you see it. 30 minus 17 is 13. And that's our answer for number 6. K equals 13. Okay. Number 7. Lucky number 7. Lucky number 7. Number 7 is 5 equals a minus 8. Okay. 5 equals a minus 8. Alright. So what's the first thing we would do on this one? On this problem right here? Correct. We're going to take the 8 to the other side, and we're going to add the 8 because it's already negative. So in order for me to take it to the other side, I have to make it positive. Okay. Positive 8. Positive 8. That's going to cancel out. Bring my 8 down. 8 plus 5 plus 8 or 8 plus 5, whichever one, is 13. Okay, that's number 7. Number 8. Now I know what number 8 is. It's ocho. I don't know how I remember that one, but I do. It's ocho. It's ocho. So number ocho. All right. B minus 12 equals 20. B minus 12 equals 20. Let me turn this light off to see if it'll make it a little bit better. Is that better? I think so. Alright, B minus 12 equals 20. Alright, so what's the first step we would do on this one? Correct. Add 12 and take it to the other side. You guys are awesome. Alright, so we're going to say 12 on this side and 12 on this side. Bring my B down, cancel that out. And then 12 plus 20 is 32. So B is equal to 32. Okay, we have one more example. Number 9. I think that's 9. 9. Alright, you guys, tell me if I'm wrong with these Spanish numbers. I want to know because I think I want to get back into learning Spanish. So let me know if I'm right or wrong. If you know. That's 2 equals negative 10. Alright. A plus 2 equals negative 10. A plus 2 equals negative 10. So what is the first step we do on this one? Correct. Take 2. It's already positive, so I have to do the opposite. And I have to make it negative 2. If I do it to this side, I have to also do it to the other side. So negative 2. Alright, bring everything down that can be brought down. So A, that cancels out.